Hello. So have you ever heard that running a marathon is really running a 6.2 mile race with a 20-mile warm-up? Why? Because our bodies can get us through the first 20 miles, and for the end, we need to really engage our mind. So I am so excited to share this information with anyone who's running the Boston Marathon, and guess what? Anyone who isn't. We can all benefit. Thank you to Kim Crawford for putting this all together so we have the chance to have this chat. How can our minds get our bodies through something challenging? My name's Joanna Regendron, and I am a yoga teacher, an author, and a mindset mastery coach. And I learned from one of the greatest. Her name was Tao-Porchon Lynch. She was the world's oldest yoga teacher, and that's actually what I wrote my book about. In that book, My Guru Wears Heels, I have the chance to share with people how we use our minds to create our lives as opposed to react to them. And how does that apply to marathon running or sports in general? I'm so glad you asked. I'll share with you today. So, I'm going to use an example about another sport in basketball where this was played out and studied. So in basketball, when you do something like your foul shots, your free throws, that's a really mental part of your game. Obviously, basketball players have the skill set to shoot a basket and make it. So what happens when they go to the free throw line? Well, this was a great example of how our minds, our mindset, and our vision come into play. They studied 3 groups of players, all wanting to improve their free throws. The first group practiced. They actually shot their free throws. The second did nothing. And the third took the same amount of time to sit and visualize with detail and specificity shooting their free throws. Well, guess what? You want to know who didn't improve? You guessed it, the one who did nothing. The groups that did either the actual shooting of the free throws or the visualization of it improved at the same amount. Do you get how powerful that is? Our brains do not distinguish between real or imagined. So use your imagination. Use your imagination to create your desired result. So with this, I love to share my 4 steps in manifesting anything, whether it's in the arena, on race day, or in life. And the first is that we ask for it. So we're really specific. If you want to compete in a marathon, you need to be signed up for the race, right? Hopefully that's step 1. You have asked for the result that you desire. Step 2, you want to be really specific. So if you say, I just want to get through the day, is that really what your goal is? Your goal is to rock this race, to complete it with joy, with passion, with satisfaction, with pride, with everything you've ever envisioned. So to that end, when we ask for something and then we want to be specific, we can empower our minds to use that and imagine our result. See it so clearly, and we'll do that together in just a bit. Then the third step is you want to release it. That doesn't mean don't train and sit on the couch and wait until race day. What that means is release the attachment to the result and play with the process. So dive right into your training. Be in the joy of the process. Be in the moment. And then the last step is gratitude. Celebrate yourself. In this case, I would say, you know what you could celebrate with. But celebrate yourself and celebrate the entire journey and the accomplishment. Those are my 4 steps to manifesting anything we want when we're going for a goal. Now back to how it pertains to your race. And I will invite you to do this with me, okay? Sit down if you're sitting, stand up if you're standing. But if possible, close your eyes. Okay, with your eyes closed, can you soften your shoulders, yet sit tall? Can you take a deep inhale with me? Filling belly, ribs, lungs. And then pause. Pause in that fullness. Exhale completely. in the reverse order. So when you breathe in, you fill up from bottom to top. When you breathe out, you exhale and release from top to bottom. One more round of that. And release. Keeping your eyes closed, your spine tall, your shoulders soft, feeling really calm and relaxed. Now I want to play the game of your race day. When studied, athletes who actually do a race and others who sit there and imagine the course have the same physiological responses. So rather than go through the entire marathon together, let's go into your body through your mind. What are you wearing? What sounds do you hear? What do you feel? It's race day, you are ready. You have trained for this. You have dreamed of it, and here it is. And now, we're in the home stretch. You can actually see the finish line. How do you feel? Are you exhilarated? Do you see your friends, your family waiting with their signs? Do you see the time as you cross the finish? Do you feel it? That satisfaction, the medal, the foil jacket. Layer in as many details as possible. Smell, feel, touch, hear. Activate all the senses. The more detailed that you see your result, the more it will feel like a repeat of your favorite episode of any show when you live it. Create it, cast it, feel it. You are directing the movie of your mind. And in this moment, it's an action one. And now with that, take a deep breath in. Exhale with a noisy sigh. Releasing tension. You've done it. You've run your race. You've achieved your goal. You completed the Boston Marathon. How incredible is that? How amazing are you? And you did it a million times because you've done it in your mind, and then the real life just showed up into that vision. So think about this. Often people think that meditation is an absence of thought. I like to think it's increasing the space between thoughts. Running is meditation in motion. So as you run your race in your mind a million times, you will feel a million times more prepared to run it in real life. So what are you going to do as you celebrate? Remember, the woman that I mentioned who mentored me to great success. I forgot to tell you the best part. She lived until she was 101, and she didn't just live until 101. She thrived until 101. She taught yoga. She was a competitive ballroom dancer. She was hiking Machu Picchu and doing it all in high heels. And she was also a celebrated wine judge. Because as Tao always taught me, the Sanskrit word for wine is the same as the Sanskrit word for hope. So she used to say, where there is wine, there is hope. Thank you so much, Kim Crawford, for giving me the chance to talk about my favorite topic, mindset, and specifically as it pertains to achieving your goals, athletic or in life. So cheers to you and your success, racers or those cheering on the racers.